840 on your hometown station, KHTS, hometownstation.com for all the latest and greatest Santa Clarita has to offer. Joining the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle is our very dear friend, our greatest friend that we've ever had.
That bar is set high.
I set that bar pretty high, but we have Gregg Goodman joining us in studio. Greg, how are you?
Fine. Good morning. Thank you very much.
Greatest friend ever.
I like that. That's very
Gregg
good.
Goodman from Farmers Insurance. And it's been a while. I haven't seen you. How you doing?
I missed a month. I apologize.
And you should have brought like cookies or something with the apology.
I'll go
How
next door.
dare you?
I'll go next door at Jasmine's and get you something.
Gregg Goodman, what are we here to talk about? How about some business insurance and workers' comp? Why don't we start there?
I think that's a really, really good idea. As everyone knows, if they own a business, you have to get your own business insurance for fire, theft, wind and hail. And you are required anytime you hire an employee, you have to have workers' compensation insurance to guard against any type of injury against an employee.
Mm-hmm. And some businesses are kind of like here. How could we possibly hurt ourselves in a place like a radio station? But it can happen, right?
Oh yeah, you could. What happens if you chip your tooth on your microphone or you trip and fall? I mean, it's all part of a workers' comp insurance, and the employer is liable for that.
If I chip a tooth on this microphone, I should not be here doing this job. However, I get your point. That is no
comment. You just asked me a question. I gave you the answer.
I get your point, Gregg Goodman. So let's start with the business insurance. What does it entail? What can we?
Anytime, we do a lot of business insurance. I've been in business with farmers for 25 years, and you have to cover all your contents. You have to have liability coverage. Plus, your landlord will require you to have insurance before you even move in. And it's very important. And the big issue is that you should always make sure you insure yourself to value, because if you have a business that you put in $500,000 into the business and you insure it for $200,000, just to get a lower rate, you could have a problem. Just in case, God forbid, something happened.
Well, yeah, you know what? We tend to do that with our homes too. Our home insurance, we tend to skimp a little bit. And
but that's the agent's responsibility to make sure that you have the right coverage. Just in case. I mean, trust me, there have been fires and they're out here, as we know, and people's houses have burned down, so you have to make sure you have the right to cover it. It's the same type of with home insurance as business insurance. Business insurance is a little bit more complicated, maybe, but business owners, people who actually open a brand new business, should contact their insurance agent or the Gregg Goodman Insurance Agency, Farmers Insurance, at 661-254-6739, and have that discussion.
You're good, Gregg Goodman. That was seamless. Workers' comp. I've never personally had a workers' comp case. Explain to our listeners about how does that even work?
It's one of the... Let me just get to it. There are a lot of injuries in all types of businesses. I'm talking, we do insure a lot of restaurants. There's a lot of restaurant injuries. Even if some people can cut their finger off, or they can slip and fall in the kitchen. And it's very, very important that they have the right coverage and the right agent and the right company to take care of that, because if you don't do it the right way, you could actually get in a lot of trouble.
I had a friend of mine who was a bartender years ago, and there was a brawl that broke out, and a bottle hit him in the head, had some stitches, and that, I guess, was that under the umbrella of workers' comp?
Yes. I'll give you an example. I have a client that owned a business in a warehouse, and the two guys got in a fight, and one guy really got hurt, and it was definitely covered by workers' comp insurance. And it's because you don't know. There's different personalities out there, so you just don't know what happens.
And see, that's the kind of stuff I think we don't think about. We think about maybe, the trip and fall, or kitchen accidents with a knife, those things are pretty obvious, but I don't think we think about personalities and fights that could break out. And
I've seen it all in the 25 years. So, and real quick, I want to say something. One thing that Farmers does that a lot of companies don't do is there's another big coverage out there called employment practices insurance, which is called EMPLI. That's sexual harassment insurance, which is like the biggest thing going on in the world right now, if you notice, and wrongful termination. Farmers' business policy will endorse that onto their policy, and we're like one of the very, very few companies that do it, and it's very cost effective.
This is an interesting point that you bring up, Greg. The Me Too movement is so huge right now. In the past, I want to say probably, I don't know, the past year or so, have you seen a jump in this kind of insurance? Now, have you had it all along, but now just because of recent activities, it's taken a jump?
In the last couple of years, we do have a lot of clients that do have it. We really try to have them endorse it under the policies because you just don't know. And it's not the owners. Okay, it's what happens if you're not there and two employees get into a sexual harassment thing. They're so responsible, and those claims are the biggest claims around. They sometimes go into hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Very good advice, especially during this climate. What's happening now? Extremely good advice. Business insurance, workers' comp. What are we leaving out as far as these two issues?
I would just always make sure you have the employment practice insurance. That's like the number one biggest claim issue right now.
Do you do any kind of sexual harassment training before the insurance? Are you part of that, or is it completely up to the employer?
One of the things that the endorsement of the policy that Farmers has is we have a website that you can go, you log right in, okay, and there's all kinds of advice on there, and also if there is any issues, you can call our 800 number, and they will give the employer advice on how to handle certain situations.
So you'll walk us right through it.
Absolutely, it's amazing.
Gregg Goodman, always a pleasure having you in. Don't skip a month. Come on.
I'll be back.
Get it together,
man.
man.
Lori will get me in here.
Lori at the front desk will get you in. So great having you in this morning. Have
Thank
a fantastic weekend. Let me just give out some numbers here quickly, or would you like to give them out?
I'll give them out.
Give them out. If you want to contact Gregg regarding your business insurance, workers' comp, or any other type of insurance, he does it all. He's been around forever.
I just let you know my address is 25030 Avenue Stanford and Suite 50 in Valencia. I'm fully staffed. I have myself, Carolyn, Kathy, and Maria. We handle business, personal, insurance, any type of insurance that you need. And like I said, the phone number is 661-254-6739.
254-6739. If you're in the car right now, you're driving around, you couldn't write that down, no worries. Just contact us here at the station. We will hook you up with Mr. Gregg Goodman. Always nice to see you. You crack me up. Always coming in with a smile and some great, great advice. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.